welcome back. Let's see here. Don, watching Free Speech TV in Columbus, Ohio. Hey, Don, what's on your mind today?
Hi. You've talked a lot about Fox News and their propaganda.
I have.
There was an article yesterday in Common Dreams about Sinclair local TV stations.
I saw it. Yeah, they are the new Fox News essentially, because they reach a lot more people than Fox News reaches, and people don't even realize that Sinclair owns most of these stations. They just think it's their local station.
Right. The Kushner was involved in pushing it, and I live in Ohio, and it says, at least their estimate, 250,000 viewers on Sinclair versus 30,000 on CNN.
Right, in that town, right? In
the state of Ohio.
Oh, in the state of Ohio. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. CNN's cume at any now. This is probably in the demo. 18 to 54 or 24 to 54. But
yeah.
CNN will pull in a typical hour during prime time a couple 100,000 people nationwide. So, to have 36,000 in Ohio makes perfect sense. And Sinclair, what Sinclair is doing is essentially what has happened. What is happening to television, the television landscape right now, is what happened to the radio landscape about 15 or 20 years ago, which is basically we used to have, there's roughly 10,000 radio stations in America. And it used to be that they were owned by 10,000 families, small businesses, local communities, colleges, the whole bit. And we are now down to basically 4 companies that own the vast majority of those 10,000 stations, probably 8,000 of them. Or maybe, actually, out of that 10,000, about half of them are small little peanut whistle sticks, and the other half are substantial stations. Of the half that are substantial stations, I'd say 80 or 90% of them are owned by 4 companies. And they all 4 of these companies do pretty much nothing but right-wing programming. Salem Broadcasting, the home of Hugh Hewitt and Dennis Prager and all those guys. I sat with the vice president of Salem Broadcasting, or a vice president, years ago at a lunch that Talkers Magazine did, and said, hey, how about putting my show on? And he said, we don't carry liberals. This is an entire television network, right? Or radio network, excuse me. And then you've got Cumulus, you've got Clear Channel, which is owned by Mitt Romney's company, Bain Capital in part. And there's one other group out there that I'm forgetting the name of. But anyhow, so I see television going the same way, that the local stations will be bought up and then they will put their spin, their right-wing spin on things. This is the takeover of American media by right-wing interests. And it's happened in radio, and we can see what happened as a result of that. I would say that if it weren't for right-wing radio, if it wasn't for the ascendancy of right-wing radio during the Clinton administration, because Bill Clinton just fed Rush Limbaugh. I mean, it was like, giving him cocaine, and fed the whole right-wing radio thing. And I don't mean he intended to. I mean, just the fact that there was a Democrat in the White House, and a competent Democrat in the White House, just made the Republicans insane. And so that happened then, and then the Obama presidency, sparked a move to consolidate and right-wing eyes television stations in the country. And up next, by the way, is the internet. Ajit Pai running the FCC. They're getting ready to turn the internet into basically the proprietary product of about 5 big ISP companies here in the United States. And that's not going to be a good thing for democracy either. Don, thanks for the call. It's not a good thing. Absolutely not a good thing. But Don is right. That peace and common dreams is really worth it. We'll be right back. It's 49 and a half minutes past the hour.